Assalamu alaikum mbokk yi, welcome back to the Jollof Football Bantaba YouTube channel, the home of Gambian football. It's your boy Chama, guys, and welcome to another Gambia football show. Comme ni ñu ko dee faral di defee every Sunday rek from 2 p.m. then they ñëw waxtaan about the yëngu-yëngu Gambian football bi. So today man kenn maa fi nekk hangum nag suma waa ji coach he is quite busy a little bit because Manjai tell a guy send draw bi for the Nawettan, and it's been raining a lot in the Gambia in the morning. It was supposed to start at 9 o'clock, but because of the rain loolu dafa delay woon, so I don't know fan la toll si loolu man koo try pour reach out sax but mënuma koo am, but wax na ma ne nañu join ci kanam. We have a lot to unfold today, a lot to discuss, so I will try to skip the topics yoo xamante ne yooyu laa dee jagleel ko ci pour mu waxtaanee ko, especially when it comes to lu nekk di happen in the Gambia in terms of Nawettan preparation ci fan la gaa toll si yooyu noonu. And ñu ngi gis ne under 20 bi tamit WAFU bi def nañ draw bi, coach am xam naa ne he has a lot of thoughts on that, and preparation yi WAFU bi which will start in September. Red Scorpions ñu ngi dem play making history in Sierra Leone, playing for the Liberia. Is it Liberia or the guy ngi prepare pour play playing actually a couple of games for CAF Champions League qualifiers. Unfortunately, resources demut nu ko gaay buggee, but at least they have made history by participating in that. So loolu tam bugga nañ ko waxtaanee. GFF ñi ngi reveal seen football calendar bi for 2024-2025 season. Bugga naa déglu ci coach xelaatam si loolu noonu nu ko gaay defee, and digital player registration system bu GFF nekk di introduce from next season. Which is also a big development there. Coaches si gars yi amoon seen convention, coach of course ñu xamee nañ ko coach la, so yooyu bëgg naa digg affaire am. Ba pare bu leen faale this month leen defoon Jollof Football Bantaba July player of the month nominees yi, foog naa ne gis ngeen nominees yooyu noonu, so naa ñëw waxtaan about loolu noonu, about the players is their nomination and stuff like that. And also when you look at the transfer window, Gambians who didn't make moves, Gambians there is potential for them to make moves, as well as some key performances over the course of the weekend or over the course of the week since last Sunday. Some Gambians gang def really well. Champions Europe Conference League qualifiers, gis neen Paide, Stek Abdullah Cisse had a big impact in that game. They progressed to the next round. So next said performance players yesterday, Omar Koli captain won the Super Cup in Turkey in style between Galatasaray, 5-0. Koli was at the back, at the heart of the defense. So there is a lot to unfold today, guys. So make sure you stay tuned. And then but first of all, we got started tey suñu waxtaan bi, especially as far as Jollof Football Bantaba is concerned. We gis nañ ne this week, during the course of the week, Jollof Football Bantaba, reach na a whooping 10,000 followers on Facebook. Our Facebook platform has hit 10,000 followers, which I'm content to tear up. So because at the end of the day, whatever we are doing on the Jollof Football Bantaba, all our platforms is for the people. So if our trusted followers continue to grow, our family continue to grow, we have to cover and we are really proud to hit this number. And then we continue to grow inshallah. Comme ni leen ko waxee woon rek si suñ post bi, ñu ngi leen a gërëm ko anybody koo xam ne follow na suñ page bi, anybody koo xam ne comment na si any ever post buñ musa def ko, anybody koo xam ne like na any lifin wala share na anything loo xam ne def nañ ko, amuñ sa fay daal jërë ngeen jëf. So to celebrate this this landmark, we will have something to give away to our fans as well. Unfortunately, Chair was taking care of that, and he's not here today. So nu ma leen ko waxee woon ci post bi, it will have been today pour ñu announce what we are gonna do with that, how we gonna go about it, but inshallah we will come with that. So da ngeen ñoo jégal ci loolu noonu rek for today. Nañ ko def in the subsequent programs, or nañ ko post ci social media yi, so just make sure you stay tuned, xam ngeen rek. Yeah, that's wonderful. And the other thing, loo xamante ne bëgg naa ñu laal ko sax balaa ñoo dem fen anywhere is about the Olympics. Gis nañ ne Gambia, they have about 7 participants in the Olympics. They are doing really well, and then the country is really proud of them. To be honest, I'm not an athletic person. I'm more into football, but of course, right now Olympics is going on, and a lot of Gambians are participating. Yeah, we are very proud of them. Nyom Gina Bass, Nyom Usman Diop, Faye Njai, Sanu Jallow, Ibrahima Kamara, Alassana, and Aminata, Aminata Nia, Marie Barrow. Like, we have 7 Olympians in different disciplines. Of course, when you talk about Olympics, the most exciting aspect of Olympics is usually 100-meter race, and fortunately we have a couple of Gambians they are participating in the male and the women. That is Gina, who did very well, went all the way to the semi-finals in the 100 meters, and gis nañ ne tamit si 200 meters bi mi ngi war a dem si semi-finals si xam nga. So we are really proud of them, and ñi ngi ñaanal wish guy all the best. Some of them are xam nga guys seen events si jeex nañ already, they are out of the Olympics, but nonetheless we are proud of every single Gambian koo xam ne participate na si Olympics si. We cannot say much about that because this is discipline too much, because they focus too much on that, especially if you look at what we do here in the Jollof football. Bantaba is more football, but we are really proud of the Olympians. You them represent the Gambia at the Olympics, and hopefully we will have some success in the subsequent. And Gina, hopefully she will make the finals of the 200 meters, and who knows? You never know. She can get something out of there. It will be wonderful to see a Gambian get a medal from there. But if it does not happen, yeah, still we are very, very proud of our Olympians. So we wish them all the best. And they did us proud, to be honest. Just to be there participating is a wonderful thing to do. Yeah. And guys, if you are new around the Jollof Football Bantaba YouTube channel, please do not forget to hit that subscribe button, and also like this video if you enjoy it. Last week I was missing in the Gambia football show, but I did come in briefly and talk about a few things. In this studio we have I'm Ganbu Fini, but I forgot like song in last week. I've not recorded in this studio for a while because I've been busy. I've been really busy. I've been going up and down watching Gambian footballers play in Japan, because Bojang, Minteh, they were all in Japan for the past. Bojang teel a guy ñibbi Minteh moom dellu na ba guy play yesterday another friendly match in England. So I was trying to use that opportunity to watch them as much as possible, and then to see them as much as possible. I got to interact with both of them, spoke with them. It was more difficult with Yankuba's side because their schedules was much more tighter. But Adama, we spent some time. I did an interview with him. If you guys have not seen that interview, guys, go and check the Jollof Football Bantaba YouTube channel or the Facebook page. It has been posted there. He said some interesting things, his experience in Japan, and then his preparation with the preseason. Of course, we know this is his first preseason as a professional footballer. Adama just moved to France last season after the preseason, so this was his first preseason, and fortunately for me it was in Japan, so I could get to watch him play. He gave me, like Minteh did, 3 VIP tickets. I gave the 2 tickets to other Gambians, and to go and watch him play. It was a crazy day. Rain a lot, but nonetheless the game still did go ahead, and Adama did play and did well. Minteh to spend some time with him, watch both games he played in Tokyo, and the best thing that I got out of that was when I went to the stadium and seeing Japanese people raising the Gambian flag, like just raising the Gambian flag, because there was a Gambian superstar playing, which was, filled me with a lot of pride, because I've been in Japan for 8-9 years. It is very rare for even people to know where the Gambia is, because, we are not very well known in Africa. There is not a lot of things you can say about Gambia. That's the unfortunate fact about our country. But now they are starting to see Gambian talents emerging and stuff like that. So Minteh, Adama Bojang, let them continue to do what they're doing, continue to raise the Gambian flag to higher heights. It is wonderful. It was wonderful having both of them in the same week in Japan. I already framed Yanko Minteh, the jersey he gave me. I have one from Bojang as well. I already bought the frame. I will work on that, and of course I will decorate the studio. It make it even better because now I have, you know, autographs from Gambian superstar. Both of them signed these two balls for me. The both of them signed them. They signed a lot of pictures for me. Part of the giveaway we will be giving to our audience, or our loyal audience, will be some of the autographs we got from Yanko Minteh and Bojang. Yes, we will come up with those informations. It's just that time it has been not on our side to work out how to go about with that, but it is in our thoughts, and it will, you know, we will do it on the Jollof Football Bantaba platform. So make sure, guys, you stay tuned on the Jollof Football Bantaba YouTube channel if you wanna know all about those things. Yeah, now let's go on and discuss about this player of the month for the month of July. In June, we did not have a short list for player of the month. We did not have a player of the month because June was quite tricky. Most of the players were on international break, so it was difficult to gauge, like to measure the performance of, even though there were some Gambian players, which, you know, there were some good performances from some Gambian players, and even in at league level. But there was not a lot in June going on. So that's why we decided to skip June, and then we come back in July and then do the July Player of the Month. And the 4 players we nominated for the July Player of the Month are Yankuba Minteh, Ali Sow, Abubakar Bari, and Musa Juara. All these 4 players had a very good month in July. Yankuba Minteh, of course, we know he played a couple of friendly games in Japan, and then he was exceptional for both games. Played 90 minutes in both, played 45 minutes in both games, and scored a couple of very, very good goals. And you know, like, which left the Brighton fans licking their lips because they know he's such an exciting talent for them. So yeah, it was friendly game, which, you know, sometimes you want to focus more on the competitive games, but I think the level he's at, and then the impact that he had in such a short time, it is impressive, it is massive, and that's why, you know, you cannot ignore that impact. He's already a fan favorite at Brighton, even though the competitive football has not yet started. So you cannot just ignore that. You just cannot ignore that. So that's why, you know, he was part of the nominees for the player of the month. 2 goals in 2 games. He only played 90 minutes, so he averaged 45. He averaged a goal every 45 minutes, and the 2 goals he scored, those were 2 world-class goals. I'm sure you guys see those goals; they were world-class. I was lucky to be in the stadium when he scored those goals. You know, I was very lucky to be in the stadium to see him score his first 2 goals for Brighton. But I think they were exceptional goals, to be honest. Yeah, my brother here, buddy. Good to you, Chama. When you want to, what the free season is much, what you should do, free season. But can you? I'm not sure what Barry is trying to say. But Barry, yeah, you know, nakam na yangi ba. Yeah. So yeah, and then the other player we nominated was Ali Sow. Ali Sow also had a very good month. We know he also made a move to Rayenspor in Turkey. His contract his loan spell at Ankara Gucu ended, and now he moved to another Turkish club, Rayenspor. He played 3 games during the month since he came. Played 3 friendly games, scored back-to-back braces for them. So he scored 4 goals in the 3 games that he played. So the last 2 games he scored brace, and one of the braces he scored was against Nice. Nice finished 5th in the French league last season. Nice is not a small team. France, of course, we know is one of the top 5 leagues in the world. Playing against a team that finished in 5th place in that league, scoring a brace, I think that is big. Yes, it was a friendly game as well, but he has, you know, he has got the ball rolling with his new club at Rayenspor straight away, scoring 4 goals in the first 3 games that he played. Speaking of competitive games, Abubakar Bari, the brother of Hamza Bari, has absolutely started smashing it at Austria Vienna. He joined them also. He's also a new signing for Austria Vienna. During the month, he played 6 games. 2 of which were competitive games and the 4 were non-competitive games. The 2 competitive games were in the European Conference League qualifiers, and then the 4 ones were friendly games. So on his debut, he scored a goal. He scored on his debut for them. And then he cemented a place in that team, which I was not expecting, because he came from the Israel Second Division League to Austria Vienna, which is a top team in Austria. That's why they are competing in European competitions. Austria Vienna is not a small team in Austria. So going there and then cementing a place straight away into that team. He has started every single game since he joined the club. All friendly games as well as the 2 competitive games. He also scored 1 goal in the European Conference League qualifiers. Unfortunately, they were eliminated on penalty shootout, but he did score a wonderful goal in that one. So he scored 2 goals in 6 games, helped his club to 3 wins and 3 losses. They had 3 wins and 3 losses during the month of July. So he played some competitive games just like Musa Juara. But the fact that he's joined a new club, a bigger club than where he was, and then all straight away become a first choice in that team, I think that is big. And then he's also impacting games by scoring goals. He has scored already, like I say, a couple of goals for them this season. Abubakar Bari, he's a good candidate for player of the month in July, in my opinion. I think if I was voting, it will be Abubakar Bari or Musa Juara, the players who play the competitive games. Just not taking anything away from my boy Yankuba Minteh or Ali Sow, but I want to give that edge to the players who play competitive, because Yankuba, what he did is something that we expect him to do. As the most expensive player for Brighton, even though he's the first proper Gambia, like I would not say pro, he's the first very established Gambian player to be playing in England. So yeah, my sister is coming to join me to help me here. She's in the background, so I will just bring her in, because actually, man, I'm not lubricating what I was because I'm going to talk about female football, so it's very good to have him around. Let me bring her in. Who said that? Nala?
Maro, how are you?
I'm fine. No for them. Naka same game bi. Jena.
We won. 1-0.
Look, so na. Naka je 1-0 wala 2.
Yeah, 1-0. Yeah, Eli must go.
Yeah. Magolo follow. Yeah, congratulations. Where are you at the game? Did you watch the game? Or you watch from home?
I was from home because I have my 2 kids, so I feel like, okay, I have to stay home. It's fine. My work is not only on the field, but off the field.
Yeah, I know. And also, congratulations on the promotion. Can you tell us more about that?
Yeah, it's great. I think like how Mata posted on his Twitter, this is the fastest promotion that he have ever seen. So
yeah,
for me, it's like something that I'm proud of, and I feel like it's something that I have to push more to make sure, and I have to go at a level because everything is dream come true to work in the international environment, and it's my first time doing that, and then I'm having the kind of fastest promotion after 5 months, going to my 6 months in AC Horsens.
Yeah.
This shows that the owners or the management have seen that this lady should deserve something that, because at first if you are with people, they might not know your level. Even they see your CV or whatsoever, they will see your competency, how you apply your CV through your work. So it's not about the papers that I have presented, but also the work ethic and then the professionalism that I have to put in the players, and then support them how to stay in AC Horsens and how they have to integrate. So all these things is something that they have seen his growth, and then plus they themselves get the feedback that we are very comfortable with her, and then seeing how she's working with me. But for me, I always say this, I never forget to always include these things in my interviews, like Matar, because he is someone who is not only a husband, but is someone who is also guiding me through with regards to my career. My career pathway, and which is he have contributed immensely, and still now continuing giving me advice, giving me guidelines, because he have been in the international environment for many years. So for me, I'm starting now. I was at the local side, but sorry for that, viewers, because I have 2 boys, so Sometimes I start
Yeah,
fighting.
understandable. It's understandable.
Yeah. So anyway, Jama, this the nutshell. This is the thing. So it's something that also I'm grateful, and I want to see myself to push more. And then this is something that I love to do. Yeah.
Yeah, congratulations, big congratulations. I'm really proud to see you, making that step. Because I can remember when you started the job, I was already on my childcare leave, and I'm still on my childcare leave, and you already get promotion during that period, which is absolutely rapid. So like you say, it means that the people you are working for, they have seen something that you are contributing to their club. So can you tell us about the international environment? What is the difference working with a professional football club?
Yeah, well, the international environment is like purely on professionalism. Like you are coming outside from your country, like in your comfort zone, where you're born, where you're raised, and now you're coming here where you meet the standards of people who are very at the high level. For
Yeah.
instance, you might have, for instance, you might have, sorry.
Okay. Yeah, I will just continue on this, and then Seni will join us later, because I've not talked about Musa Juara yet. I spoke about Minteh, Ali Sow, Abubakar Bari, but Musa Juara, he also has been very, very good this month for Vejle. He started the preseason very well, scoring goals, scoring, I think, in the first two games they played. He scored 3 goals in the first two games they played. And then since the season started, he has been there, shining light. Even though Vejle, I pronounce it wrongly all the time, and then Sini will rectify me
Hello?
on that one. Yeah. I mean, I always pronounce your Vejle or Veye. How do they pronounce it? The team that Hamza Bari and Musa Jawara play for.
Viola, Viola.
Viola, okay, Viola,
Viola.
yeah, Viola,
Their names,
Viola.
the names are not easy to pronounce.
They are
Trust
not,
me, in Denmark.
yeah,
Yeah.
definitely, Viola. Yeah, Musa
Yeah,
Juara.
Viola.
I was talking about Musa Juara. He has been exceptional for them. He has been their signing light. They have not won any league game yet, but Musa Juara has been exceptional for them. In the last game, in their most recent game, I think they're supposed to play that entire game today. But they are in the most recent game in July. He assisted, created a wonderful chance from pressing the opponent, winning the ball, and then created a chance out of that. Like I said, he also scored 3 goals during the month. So that's why he's nominated. So these 4 players were nominated for Player of the Month for July. So I'm sure, guys, you have seen it in our social. So please make sure you leave a comment there or just cast in the vote. And then we will count the votes and we will reveal the winner during the course of the week. So those are the 4 players of the month. I will go back to Seni and then we will talk about the international experience. And then later we will talk about the other topics that we have in place. Seni.
Yeah.
The boys are displaying. They don't want you to.
Yeah, sometimes it's normal. Sometimes I normally say in all my interviews, because both me and Matar is like that. Because sometimes Matar will also have interview. I have to go out with them because he will have very important interviews, and then we have to. But he's helping with that. So coming back, what I was saying with regards to international differences with local. Sometimes even with the players, we always tell the players that you are no more a local player. For instance, because locally the way we do it and international is kind of different. Because internationally you work with group of players who are at the top level of standards. So when it comes to local, some you might be higher, some you might be in the middle, some you might be in the low level.
Yeah.
So these are differences that we have when it comes to the international level. But for here, it's something myself I have tried. This is my first time. For me, what helped me is I was working with different organizations when it comes to international organizations, which is
Yeah.
FIFA, which is CAF, which is UEFA, and just recently like WAFU before because
Yeah. I just lost Seni, but she should join me very soon because he have 2 boys, so it's difficult if you are alone in the house. I'm sure Matar will have been in the game today. AC Horsens were playing, so Seni is alone at home. So with the 2 boys, so they know balance alone, but she will join in and then waxtaan then continue suñu waxtaan. As dama ko soxla tey sax because bëgg naa waxtaan about Adama Tamba mi ngi make move transfer bi ba pare démb gis nañ ne si weekend bi wala si biir week bi gis nañ ne Red Scorpion have made history by being the first female team from the Gambia to participate in in CAF competition. club competition. So they are still participating in the CAF qualifiers. They played 2 games. They still have 2 more games to play. Loolu tam bëgg naa ko waxtaan ak seeni. Yeah. So ba pare in terms of the national front as well. Gis nañ suñ draw bi, gis nañ ne def nañ draw bi. Let me go there. And yeah, I've not seen this one. This week, I've seen his back.
Yeah, now I'm back. Now I settled things.
Who is there to take care of them?
Yeah, it's me. So Patara is at the game, so I'm here alone. But it's fine. I have given them with their computers and the milk to shock. So he's fine. It's Suso. It's the younger one.
The younger one. Okay, cool.
Yeah, if you have 2 boys, sometimes it's really crazy. They will fight over things.
Yeah, one is difficult, talk less of 2.
I'm telling you, you are experiencing it now. Exactly.
So yeah, let's continue. Yeah.
Yeah. So back to the discussion about the way of professional life in a professional environment. For me, I like to be in a professional environment because I love to be a professional person. Because if you want to be a professional person, you have to be in a professional environment so that you can adapt some of the behaviors. Because being a professional is clearly in connection with behavior. Why we're saying the behavior? Because in professionalism, there's a way that you have to be restricted, not to do this, not to do that. For instance, like a top player or a top administrator, by excellence, like you're in an environment being a professional club, and then you're behaving in a different way. People will not expect that, okay, this person, because you have been teaching one of the manners, one of the behaviors, one of the way you have to do, especially when it comes to work ethic. Like, for instance, if you look at FIFA level or international clubs, they are professionals because the way they, like, for instance, if they send email, they will be replying, they will make it on time, they will do their work on time, and they will do everything, which is the culture of professionalism. So it's really important. And this has to do with when it comes to the character wise. It doesn't matter how the person is, but it matters of how you behave and how you work when it comes to really work ethic on my side, when it comes to the administration side. So sometimes this is something that is very important for everyone working in the international level. And this is how you can get the recognition to be in certain positions, because you have shown the work ethic, you have shown the professional environment, behavior, and everything that has to do with the metric of elevation by your starting from yourself, the players, and everyone in the surrounding. So sometimes you might come to a level that you'll be angry or you have to show some attitude, but no, you have to put it back in you because you are in an environment where you cannot demonstrate. Sometimes it's good nga tangal nak you have level nega, but it's important sometimes to have that behavior. Most especially it comes with patience, it comes with respect, it comes with integrity, it comes with a lot of things which you have to be in that environment, most especially in a professional environment. Yeah.
Oh, that is wonderful. So now, in terms of the job, what is the difference before and now? Like 5 months ago and now, what's the difference?
Yeah.
On your side?
Yeah. For the first time when I came, sorry. Yeah. Sorry. Yeah, I clicked somewhere.
It's okay.
I'm back.
Yeah,
I'm gonna see myself.
Well,
I'm gonna see myself. Okay. I'm gonna
I
see
can
myself
see
in the. Okay. So the first time, the difference is, first time when I came from the US, I came because in the player welfare, it's not like something I'm doing routinely whenever I was in Gambia when it comes to women's football administration. But I was there to help the players, guide them, advise them, help them to structure themselves, and in a way of they have to behave, and also give them that mentality of how they should be a professional way, or also how they can be a hero. Because I have that when I was very young, ambitious. So some of the things that I'm doing here is exactly what transpired and what is in connection and what is written in my job description when it comes to player care. That's social player welfare, because it's a new establishment of all professional clubs now, most especially in the English Premier League. They have the social player care, because most of the international players who are playing across the globe, they don't have support sometimes if they go, because people have different, because a coach cannot be a coach and then you expect a coach has to deal with the players, how they have to come for training, how they need to be okay, how they have to behave, how they have to integrate. The coach will not have the time because the coach is talking purely with the tactics, techniques of the game. So you have the also social and psychological aspect of the game, which I myself fall.
The boys are coming back. Yeah.
So Chama, so sorry for that. So this is the difference. So when I came, I saw like the players. The one I found like 4 or 5 players who were on the ground, and they were not feeling themselves in the team. Like, okay, we don't have someone to talk to, or this is our first time coming to this team, and we don't have
Yeah.
that connection with most of the players. We don't have that connection much with the team, and also we don't know what to do. We don't know where to go, and we don't know who we can explain what we want. So come in first, I assess them, ask them, what do you need, what do you want, and I have to provide all those 14 for them, and they build that
Yeah.
confidence in with me, because one of the things is to have a trust. Trust is something that you have to build yourself with the players so that they will be
Yeah.
open up. Because sometimes you have to talk to them with regards to the psychological aspect. And the psychological aspect, for instance, coming here in Europe to settle down as an African player is really challenging sometimes. Very, very challenging, because you are finding yourself in an environment which is really strange completely. So the only way you can elevate with your performance, because many people were thinking, okay, playing on the pitch only is the thing. It's not that outside the pitch, because you spend like 2 3 hours on the pitch. But what of the other
Yeah.
20 hours outside the pitch, outside
How
the
do you
team?
behave?
What do you do? Are you free? Because if your mind is not okay, like for instance, you're a Gambian, you're playing international level, international club team, and then your mom, your father, they're in a serious issue situation, which you cannot explain to anybody to help you. Like for instance, you have to send a money, or you came to the club, because if you come to the club, you have to set up your bank account, you have to set up everything that has to be done to transfer from your paying your salaries. So before that period, it takes time, like 1 month, 2 months. And all of a sudden, in between, your family have an issue of money, because you have signed contract. Because us, what we think is, oh, I have say you have signed a contract, so everything is just settled like that. It doesn't work
Same
like
as
that if
it.
you come here. So
Yeah.
that's one of the rules that I always help the players. Like, okay, now what do you
Settling
need me
down.
to do? I call, yeah, settling down. I call your parents. Okay, what do you need? Okay, we will help you. We will send the player this. We will do that. We'll do that. So the player can be relaxed and then play the game, because the
Focus
only
on the
thing that
game.
focus on the game. But if you're playing, sometimes even the athletes, that's why when I read certain things and I see certain comments, people are doing blaming some athletes. Sometimes athletes can even come, or a player in general can come, which I'm specifically on the football side, can come in a game. Even coach, even myself, it's natural. I can come without having the great. I'm having issues maybe with my husband, or I have issues with my girlfriend, or I have issues with my sister, or I have issues which would distract my performance. So one of the things that I would try to engage with is like how to focus, and I would talk, maybe talk to your sister to make sure how can help, or I will even talk to your
Welfare.
wife or your girlfriend. You help Chama to make sure Chama needs to be very focused on the game, because we want you to perform in your best ability. So when
Yeah.
coming here, now players are integrated, because they have also, what is the most important key thing is, they have seen an African woman. So they have been comfortable to talk to me, comfortable to tell me this is what I want. Some people even call me mommy. I feel laugh. I said, look, in my language, man, maguma la de. I'm younger than
Waaye
me.
du mënuma laa jur.
Well, what do I do? Like, so sometimes, so, but why they calling me that, or they call Mata dad, is because we are taking that responsibility to be in that position for them, so they can feel
Yeah.
that they're home. They can feel that they don't have to feel, that they are out, or they are not feeling, they are feeling left out. But something is that I said to those players, that you are lucky, because having us in the team, that's a very big luck for me that I
That's
can
a very,
see. Yeah.
yeah. No, definitely. I'm sure those our audience or listening, they know very well who Seni is. Because we did not do an introduction. Nanga ñëw rek ma door di la laajte questions yoo xam ne dina ko living. But of course, Seni is a veteran la si Gambian football, veteran la. Even though du nangoon ne nga veteran, xale la moo bëgg a def boppam waaye veteran si Gambian football, play na football i Gambia, play na si Gambia under 17 bi. I think scored 2 goals at Gambia score on, like we have 2 goals in our history. Well, one,
Yeah.
wow, see ni score. So ni score goal, but we know. So only female footballer in Gambian history to score a goal. And
And
then
Penda,
we
and
league
Penda, but it's
GFF.
two of us. Me and Penda.
Yo, yo, pen, okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Also du loolu noonu rek yaa ngi woon GFF liggéey ngaa gars yi ne xam nga gars yi seen naka la waati sax
Yeah,
Spending a
something.
lot of time, female football coordinator, right? You are the female football coordinator at GFF, Gambia Football Federation, before moving.
Yeah.
So then we work with Noko here. I'm got experience working with CAF, working with FIFA, and all that. So for those who don't know, I'm sure the guy ham nañ, but I have to just say it, guy muna ham. But I am in a topic sima bëggoon a waxtaan. One of them is about red scorpions. Red Scorpions, gis nañ ne gars yi play si qualifier si African CAF Champions League bi. Gars yi play already 2 games. Unfortunately, they didn't win. Gars yi gotta play a couple more games. Which is historic, right? This is the first Gambian female team mu dem di play in a CAF competition. Yo, what is your reaction to that?
Yeah, first of all, I'm proud to see, and it's something that so by these things are progressing. Because so by plus, people gets move them down. You have to gets move them count, and then load of power and a is impactful to the process of the food. So, which is great. Red Scorpion is one of the strongest female team in the Gambia, and they hold a lot of titles when it comes to women's football. And I think this is a great step for them to have the exposure. People should not expect that they have to beat or they are going there as they have to go there underdogs, because this is the first time they are participating. All those teams that are there, I think majority of them participated in CAF Champions League. So they have the test of the tournament and they have gone far with the level. Okay, and also if you look at the impact of the other teams, you can see some people have loaned some players and then they structure that team to make sure they have to compete. And Red Scorpion is a team, Mohammed, it's a collective team. All those players have played together for many, many years. But let them also understand this is not only about winning, it's about how to develop female football. People got to understand that. Yes, they're there to compete, but one of the ultimate aims and the objective of the tournament is to make sure they have to develop women's football. And it's something which I really appreciate, and I commend the team for taking that kind of strong boldness. It's difficult when it comes to financial side, because we all know the background, how it is when it comes to Gambia. But it's showing that the Gambian women's football is growing, and it's showing that Gambian women's football can have the challenge, that test outside. So this is a great one, and which I'm very proud to see. And this is something also which will help our other teams also to step up to make sure they have to challenge, because every team in every country you go have to set the example. So they are there to set the example for women's football, and we hope that in the future things will happen like that when it comes to performance. So for me, I have watched their yesterday game. I was really impressed, because what I was impressed is when it comes to the tactical approach, when it comes to the game, you can see how they are holding the ball, how they were comfortable, how they were playing. They were playing very, very good, because they are holding the ball, playing at the back, controlling the play, and then try to switch. Because I'm very happy seeing the transition switch when it comes to the footballing, when it comes to the game. And also the other team, I think the only time that they have that kind of difference with Red Scorpion is the strength. They are more physical than Red Scorpion. But when it comes to technical aspect, the players were there. They were holding ball, and it was a very big pressure to determine goals, which was really quite interesting, because the other team also, we have like 3 Gambian players, Rugi
Exactly.
and Basi. And Basi scored the first goal. And this is
Yeah,
something,
Mbasi. Yeah, I saw it. Yeah.
it was really nice to watch, and it is from something that is we are very proud to see. And then it was a very entertaining game, definitely. Yesterday I watched the game, I took my time, I watched the game, and I was really impressed. And one of the most important things also that I always advocate, I have seen the comportment of the players, both teams. They're really comported. The Scorpions were really comported, and they played in a very way that they have to clap for themselves, and they also shown themselves that it's game. This is our first debutant coming in this champions qualifiers. So they have nothing to lose. But come next
They,
year, or come next WAFU qualifiers for Champions League for women's football, you will see that scope will be different, because they will
it'll be
say now we
different.
have to
Yeah.
test. So now we have to know where we have to improve. And this is also important, because I can borrow this from the coach, Choro, which she said, I want to test my level, because I have been Gambia winning 4 times or 3 times in a row, being the champion. So I want to test myself whether and where I have to improve with my team internationally. And I think this is great. I think this is
Absolutely.
great.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. But come this is the fixtures you guys wanna play. Guy ngi play send my day one be one like Sibir week la ko guy play on. Day my guy play send second game be. So tomorrow they're supposed to play no tomorrow guy they no rest, and then my day 4 la guy they play at. My day 4 they will play against AS Monday. I think I don't know where that team is from. And in the final game, they will play against another team. To be honest, I don't know the name of the team.
I think it was Senegal. It was
Yeah,
team
it's in
from Senegal.
Senegal. Yeah, they played
Yeah,
already. The first game they
one
played
of our
again.
Gambian players. Yeah,
Yeah.
one of our Gambian
The
players
first,
is playing. Mandrame.
okay. The first game they played against the Senegalese team, right? They lost that one. Then
Oh
they
yeah,
play
yeah,
against
right.
determined
Yeah,
girls. So they have
yeah.
other two more games to play. I think those teams must be from Sierra Leone
Italian
and because
Mali. I'm not
and
sure.
Mali, yeah, from the West Africa Zone A region.
So
Yeah, but it
yeah,
is wonderful. But I think you're not over here more low no. Guy exposure be more gonna important. Guy I'm that exposure because you don't expect them to them for no the guy win every games, guy them see CAF competition. It's all about steps. So first step be
yeah,
jël nañ ko. So next time they fa jàng but they are not getting humiliated. Yesterday knock over here 2-1 la game bi even though lost in first
yeah.
half bi. Second they won the second half of the game because guy don't play very well. And the
Very
other
well.
game against this yeah. So yeah, it is only positive. There is nothing to lose in this
Yeah.
this campaign that they are going on, and hopefully they will get at least a win before they come back. They have 2 more games to play. Hopefully they will get at least a win or at least a draw. I think it will be a massive step for them.
Yeah.
My sound is echoing a little bit, Cheney. Are you feeling it?
No. I'm hearing clearly.
You are hearing me clearly. Okay. Hopefully
Yeah.
the audience are hearing me clearly as well. Yeah.
Yeah. If you
Yeah.
hear it clearly, say yes or thumbs up.
Yeah, exactly. Please, guys, in the comment section, if the sound is good, please let us know.
Yeah.
Also, ñu gis ne gars def nañ CAF draw bi. No, not CAF. WAFU Zone A. WAFU Zone A under 20 draw bi. Gis nañ ne def nañ draw bi. And it's an interesting draw, right? Gambia, Senegal, Mali, Mauritania. So, Mali, of course, we have history with them. But all these teams we have history with them. Mauritania, Gambia, and now Mauritania are progressing in football, so it's not going to be an easy task. Senegal, mom, say a guy, whatever level, but whatever sport, it's going to be interesting. What did you make of the draw?
Yeah, it's quite fair draw for Gambia, and now we are no more a team that participate in WAFU. We are a team in WAFU that compete.
Yeah.
We know because when former coach Machar was there, set the pace. When Lai was there, is there now, it's increasing the pace. So this is how progress is. So we're not there to compete, to participate. We need to compete, to win, to bring. That's what we want.
Definitely.
And we don't care much like the name. Football now it's not about name. It's about progress. It's about hard work and who give the best. That's all. We can have any other, like we witnessed it, witnessed it in France. They have good players, but what happened? They didn't progress in the finals. The team that they brought together like Spain. They brought their young players together. They regrouped them for many years. Even women's football, Spain. That's what happened. They won the World Cup. They regrouped. Everybody was thinking America, Brazil, Australia, no. They regroup and structure themselves like Mutene, what they're doing. It's a long-term process. They were having a long time because before they were struggling with structuring themselves. But now, look at now. They structured themselves and then they said, now we're ready to compete. So this is the of it. And this is what we Gambia would like to say, okay, now there is no like, Senegal, Mali, no. Gambia is not a small team in WAFU. People have to understand that. Gambia is no more underdogs. We are not a small team. We took trophies in WAFU. So we are not underdogs. We are there as champions. We are there as medalists. That's it. So we went up to World Cup, we went to AFCON final. So we are not there to be small. Now Mauritania and Mali will be looking at us and say, and Senegal, these people are the people that we also have to have the fear. So it's like we in Senegal, I can say we have the 50-50 mental, like, Senegal. So what has to work between us is the tactics, is the players ready to go, is the mindset that has to change for the players, it's how the support that the federation will give and how the impact that the coach will put in his players. So this where the games will play. And now the tactical approach of the game and the preparation. Finished. But when it comes to the psychological side, say we are playing against those people, no way. There is no fairness in WAFU. WAFU, we are champions in WAFU. That's why I always post on my social media, WAFU is a WAFU. We also control WAFU. So Yeah, so what is our waffle? So we don't have to be scared with the draw. The draw is fair, it's nice. It will be very interesting to see how two coaches will play the tactical approach of the game. And this is the beauty of football. On the pitch, that's a tactical approach. That's what we have to read. That's all.
Yeah, but yeah, speaking of Senegal, the fixtures we will play Mauritania first. That will be on 15th or 16th. The date is not set, and then on 18th or 19th we play Senegal, and then the final game we have is against Mali. Um, like you say, Gambia is always now competing in the WAFU competition. We were in the final. We are finalists last time against Senegal. We lost that one, and then we
Even
went to
AFCON,
the
even AFCON, not only WAF, even
yeah.
AFCON.
Yeah. We went to the AFCON and then we played the same Senegal finals again and then we lost. So in the last few games they have been getting the better of us. But previously we have gone to Senegal, beat them inside their own home ground, like and then bring the trophy home.
There is
Just
always
like
history. I don't know whether it will repeat again, but there will always be history, and that hurts them still now.
yeah, that
Because I
still
know
hurts
when it
them. I
comes to some
can
of their top people, yeah, they always say
I
but whatever made it, simbi deka
yeah.
bena post rek des pour ñu dem Afcon ngeen door ñu mané ko affaire bi
Yeah.
non la di
Wow,
yeen rek
métti woon na gaay.
tam bu gané di
Young
yeah
I got Elijah Juve was part of the delegate that time, and then he was really not happy happy about the
yeah
situation. But
yeah
he did a classy thing on that day. I think he came to the Gambia team, congratulated them. But of course, the meeting one guy terop. We need them figure
yeah
Senegal doing. So hopefully it will be an interesting one, and we could make it out of this group and then qualify for the. I think the aim is always to qualify for the African Cup of Nations, for
yeah
the under 20 because it makes a lot of difference for Gambian football. We can remember the last African Cup of Nations where we go qualify to the
yeah
World Cup. That made a lot of like attention to the Gambian team. Most of those players from that team they left. The whole starting 11 from that team. I think even the bench, most of them were sold at the end of the tournament. So this WAFU competition is very very important for the country,
yeah
especially for the progression of our young footballers. And we have a lot of top talents coming through, especially this league seasons. We were following it. A lot of very good players from all over the teams. Even Lai is having it very difficult to select his team,
select yeah
right?
yeah yeah I'm also told by even coach Mauritania also really structured their U20 because the current coach he's an April Lansinoda and he I think he's a Portuguese or I'm not sure, but he's a white guy.
Uh-huh.
So they're really into structuring their youth because they know the youth sector or the youth setup is the most important aspect. But we
Yeah.
trust Lai and we trust his competence with regards to the team and the backroom, those who are behind them. And then this is something that is great because many youth players are now making hay in outside, receiving thousands of dollars is now at least earning something for their living. So this is great. So this is
Yeah.
one of the beauty of the, opportunities. You can see all these there are new faces when it comes to Gambian football, and now they're
Yeah.
coming up because they are from a process. But for me also, I always comment for the coaches who are on the ground. I always commend them. Despite whatever happened, they are the people who are always helping the coaches also because it's a process. For instance, now, okay, the young, the Nawettan coach or the academic coach, despite how the level of the academies we have in Gambia, but they will process these players starting from the scratch, from the raw product, and then try to graduate from Nawettan. From Nawettan, and then some teams will see, and then they bring them in these divisions, either first or second divisions or third divisions. Nawettan, third division, then from there um to the second division to the first division or second division. The coach will select the best out of watching their games and then pick the rest that he thinks. Sometimes it might not be fair, but the coach feels like, okay, any person I select based on your competency of each component of the game, this is why I feel like I'm the one, because the way we are seeing the team and the way the coach seeing the team and the way fans see the team is totally quite different. So now
Yeah.
this is the importance of where you can see the recruitment of having a technical team to say, okay, this is what we think is the best, and these are the best that we have to take to go to the tournament. Then from there, if that possibly happens, then you will see that they will have that product that they will process to the under 23 to the senior team. So this is how it process, and then it's very important because under 20 is like in the middle of everything because they are the waste they are the waste of
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
transition pass
Exactly.
through them. So it's a very important
Exactly.
in the young age group that we have because some of the under 20 they can play directly to the national team. They can have that because on a 20, 18, 19-year-old and then 20-year-old can play in the national team. Now football has no age. Okay, if I or no, football had
No,
a look at Yankuba Minteh
look at
play in the
Spain.
top. Doesn't matter
Yeah.
as long as you perform better, and it helps you because Cristiano Ronaldo, Lionel Messi, Kevin De Bruyne, Haaland, all of them play in their youth level and they just at their peak. You gotta wait till
Yeah.
you go up to like 25, 26, and you said you're at your peak. The time you should be at your peak is starting from 18, 19, 20,
Melody.
21. 22, 23, you start dropping because the strength, the ability, because you're growing, because the muscle also is getting old. That's how we are human beings. That's how we're structured now. Just like Messi and Ronaldo, they are not giving now the best. Now we are talking about Lami Yamal. Because Yami Yamal now have the structure of the body, have the mentality. You're talking about Yakuba Minte. Yakuba Minte now, anywhere he goes, he will score goals. You're talking about the difference of orders. So this is the difference of processing of things. So now the opportunity is now, that's why now the grassroots is very important for us to touch the grassroots and then make sure before they are 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, they should be ready to have the mentality of professionalism, how they have to be integrated in certain teams to play. So this is one of the importance also when it comes to the U-20 national team.
Yeah, U-20 is very important, like you say. Like if I got a football team la, U-20 mooy midfielder bi, mooy heart bi. Because of mooy jëlee si suuf yóbbu si li dem si kaw. So it's very important category. So hopefully we will do it. Gis naa ne lies pick naa 31 man squad. Gisaaguma squad bi nag, checkuma squad bi in details because I foog ma ne GFF publish nañ ko yet. But 31 man squad la pick and mu ngi doon wax challenge su mu dee face su gars yi deal with the other 20 because of players yu bari ngay génn di dem make moves and stuff like that. Come like some of them they have a contract in hand and they have nu mu fa demee xam nga si diggi comme for example bu gaa doon dem si All Africa Games si ku mel ni Lamine Silla Owens, he was already going for a trials and he was going to be a very important player for them. So it's a difficult challenge for them, but hopefully they will find a way and have the best
But,
squad for
but
Gambia
I
and
don't
make it.
think, I don't think it will be a difficult challenge in a sense that, okay, this is why it's important. This is why it's important for you to have a group of players with different talents. For instance, if we have a midfield eight, we need to have a four best midfield eight. If one is not there, two have to replace. And if two don't have the competence or the ability that the one has, you need to improve it to be number one. So they have, if the two also is not good, then the number two also has to go to number three has to go to number two. So it's a process. That's why we have a
Yeah.
team and a reserve to support. Always there's someone who should start. So now the likes of, okay, Alai should be in a very comfortable position now because he will have the opportunity that a many age group of the under 20 are outside. The likes of my team right now in AC Horsens, we have Omar Jaju. He got the strength. He got the tall, the height. He's got technical ability and he's scoring. He's playing. If he have a tomorrow a test game that he should play, and he's the starter of the youth young Horsens here, and he's paid in contract with a lot of money. So you have the other people also like Sheriff um, signed not long ago also that midfield six player. He signed in I don't know Qatar or Sabi or something like that. But if Steve can help me with the name, the player also is there. We have the age. We have a player also who is playing in different leagues, starting with their progress of career. So he will have better options now to choose that team to be a great team. So sometimes it's difficult as a coach. I understand that bringing that people, the group of players to play. You might not select maybe the favorite that people want, but you as a coach, that's why I say you see differently to make sure you have to see how the team has to be structured, how the team has to go with the progress. But now, Gambia will be in a position where it will really help to make sure those players have to be involved. We might invite them because Liberia, two players, Liberia, they're under 20, like Samukai and Emmanuel Fali. Hopefully they will be invited. We have Benin player called Yamiru and Faridu also will be, yeah, it's
Yeah, Moy
Mohamed
Jata.
Mohamed Jata. Yeah, Jata, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, exactly, Mohamed Jata, yes. So that would be a very important thing also. It's great that if I can invite those players, bring them, because those players also give them the best exposure, best competition that also my people, it's good for them here also and it's good for them because they have the experience of trainings because the one we are having here in Ghana, the facilities we're having here in Ghana is different. It's a different professional environment because they're training, they are fit, They have the also mentality of changing things of, and they can help their also teammates how that also need to be put in them. So it's very important. So for me, I wish them all the best, and I'm really, really anticipating and hoping to see a very entertaining football, because not only Gambia also, but it's important for Africa and the WAFU also zone to see how best we're producing the best talent, because also our main main objective also that zone to see them fly to the top professional clubs, that which we will also be proud. If I see any African playing in the European standard, I feel happy, trust me. And one of the recent things that I feel happy, seeing company, Vincent company, coaching Bayern Munich as the first African, I can say a mixed race person.
African descendant, yeah.
So this is something that we really advocate, because we have the talent. We have the talent. Maybe the facilities might be something that we haven't challenges, but the talent, Africa has it, and Gambia is not an exception.
Yeah, no, definitely. I think the other the challenge you feel like the gonna face more in because of the transition is very important, right? Come yang explain under 17 them to under 20, but because it's, even though they have been training for a while, for a month, because you have a big pool of players you want to choose your squad. Be. So if I'm on a plan like I'm on this transition plan from under 17 get them to, then it's easier to pick. You will have a smaller pool, and then you have a good quality core players you haven't for guys selected. But right now he has a good big task just to pick. Even see all Africa games boom pick there was a lot of backlash when it comes to some of the players because in the league, but because we did not have a system in place for that.
Yeah, but system be chama if halis la.
Yeah.
Lord, if halis la. Coach, I'm sure he have all his plans. This whatever he will plan before like 10 months ago to train with. If he wish, he will have every month 3 weeks or camp with them. If he wish. But youth football is all about finance.
Yeah.
This is the
it's
challenge.
expensive.
This is the best challenge, most challenges that many African countries are facing when it comes to coaching. Training camps. They have to go to training camps. Here, the magazine even send on a 17, on a 13, on a 10, they go for training camps. So all categories in training camp. The
So
senior,
it's different,
get them, young horses them, Monica second team, on a 17 with them, on a 13 with them, on a 10 them. All went for a training camp. So this is important for them also. That helps the coach alone to sit with his technical team and himself to think, to integrate, to also put to the players what his philosophy is. How do I want you guys to play? How do I want you to behave? To interact with them, to stay with them, to know players, their attitudes, to know players, their behavior, to know who is ready for the task, who is not ready for the task. That's why the coach would drop players and say, this person might not ready for the task. So I have to drop the person. Not only, sometimes people always think coach they select based on technical reasons. No. People need to understand coaches do they select only on technical reasons of a player. Sometimes they look at the psychological reasons of a player.
Yeah.
How the player
Definitely.
they tell some players they don't understand tactics. They might be good technically, they might be good flexibly, everything, but technically they are not good. Because could be if I explain how he wants to play, but the player will not fit in the system. So the player will excuse. But many people think that okay, could be a bunch player or could be like a player. No, it's not like that. Sometimes could be a play and then because we are not every time in
It's
the
different.
ground. And it's different. And sometimes
100%.
the best way the coach can select a player is based on the improvement on the training ground. For instance, an example of a striker. A striker, mama neka striker, you neka striker. So the training ground, when you could score, the mama neka first choice, you neka score. Obviously, you last start. Because the training ground, where you score. That's my journey neka score. Why you neka first choice? So the niggas I think in Bayern Munich, or with team, they signed a player which could millions of euros. I can't and he was, I forgot the name of the player, but the player was scoring more goals, so they have to play the player.
Yeah, definitely. No, football guy is about results.
Exactly.
More play. Yeah.
Exactly. And I saw Seni is right when it comes to reviving the under 17.
Yeah.
That's the work where it is. Because the under 17 is one of the most important.
It's one of the most important.
One of the most important areas. But why it's difficult is because we don't have the structures where under 17 can be feed to have the structural real age players. This is the problem. If you have structures academy like Gambinos, it will be
Like
easy.
Medina United.
Medina, it
Yeah.
will be really easy to select those players because I am a correct date of birth. Sorry, I have a call.
Okay, no
Are you
problem.
hearing me?
Maladiga.
Yamadiga Chama.
Yeah, Maladiga.
You're hearing me, yeah? Okay.
Yeah.
So, Lord, it's one of the things you're handling. Lolo, am lu bari. We have the talent, but do we know those players, their ages? Do we know what age do they have? Do we know what level they are? So we don't know. So leave when because for hal is a need to structure that because under 17 playing with them, you have to deal with them every time, training them, being in training camp, working with their mental, working with their psychological side when it comes to their social side, because it's very impactful when it comes to having those other qualities or having those kind of things to put in those players. So if that does not in the players, then it would be difficult to have on the 17 right now. But
Yeah.
let's hope for because we are hosting the under 17, which is a great step for Gambia and really great step for giving the opportunities of those young boys who are waiting to get that opportunity. So boys need when you get had that opportunity to shine. It was happening, and now I think we are ready to have that. And then we wish all the best. And that coach also need to have that kind of whoever is coming need to have that kind of approach that he is really into the youth side,
The youth
not
side.
only
Yeah.
about technique tactics. The under
Yeah.
17 is not
Is
only about that. It's
is
about
the youth?
working with
Yeah.
how they have to build themselves up in the game, how they have to get the love for the game, how they have to need to be sure of themselves that they can progress to be professionals. Yes.
Even under 17 now, like I unlike
I'm
the
not
under
hearing
20.
you.
You're not hearing me, guys. Can you hear me?
Kama, déguma la de.
Wait.
Okay, let me leave and come back.
Wow, suma guy, yéen a maa dégga. Let me know in the comment section. Seeni mu ne nekkul woon di ma dégga de. Man, I think man suma sound mi was okay. But if you guys are hearing me, please give me a thumbs up. If you are not hearing me, give me a thumb down, and then I will proceed from there. Yeah, I can hear you. Thank you, Siri, for that. Then si Senila. I think the call that boom received more tax lolu noonu. But I think I get
Call.
her back. Yeah, call bi la
I
woon.
was
Call
having
bi la
a
moo tax.
call, so I thought,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yaa maa dégga léegi, right?
Yeah, clearly, that was clear.
Yeah, lu ma la wax moo nekk under 17 I think is MRI, right? MRI when it comes to the under 17. Under 20 bi I don't think they have the MRI system. So under 17 they are very particular about the age group and stuff like that. So suñ ko waree def we have to like prioritize the youth development and stuff like that. We have to go away with just having a good technical team with them win competition. It's not about that. It's about the development, and then having to create players for the future and stuff like that. So hopefully, wow, go ahead.
Gis nga most of the players yoo xam ne dañu dem ba certain level ñu dee wane ne kii xale la du xale de. One of the things we are facing challenges, especially in Africa. This is not about Gambia. This is Africa in general. Da nga gis player ba am 20 years nga jox ko 16. So they may train the professional club. Train bring ko jox. They would treat the player like a 16-year-old boy.
Yeah.
So dafa am yenn train lu ñu laa jox sa yaram du ko mun. Because when they make 18, 19, you want to enjoy put them at the level. Before going to drop it. One of the things you will encounter is injuries. I'm not saying all injuries because of Lola, but majority of the injuries Lola. Because
clear impact.
Because impact because their training larger. You go just age between your age range. Because if you I'm all the trainers because under 17 mule just national team training. Mule just senior team training. Mule just under 20 training. You just the category of under 20 under 17 what they can take, what their body can take. Because then body be. They want to small dom munu ko daw because suñu yaram yi dafa different, suñu yaram structure bi dafa different. So this how they will program you. If you're under 16 or you're under 17, they will give you the same training for that. So you're so come jël injury define you sa yaram bi bañ do mëna perform well nga start di encounter yeneen yi. So ñu wone okay maybe team bi bëgg na or what fekka they would know because dafa am ya test suñu la def dañu xamne ki bon tamit nekk bon ci daw. So they will analyze you immediately. So li dafa nekk lo xamne mo under 17 mu important. Mo da grassroots bi mu important. It's not only about the under 20. It's important trop. It's important trop pour ñu lifin ñu understand that things is really more than a issue bi. Ko wara nek tam under 17 wara nek under 17 because when you level you are a drop ball
dafa feeñ dafa feeñ waaw.
li mooy dal African player yu bëri da nga ne gis player yoo xam ne comme wala ñu Messi ak ñu Ronaldo si now they're playing Ronaldo am Messi ñaata player lañ player léegi ñaata player lañ player bëri na waaye si now Messi and Ronaldo are playing
yeah 20
they're
plus
playing
years they are playing and then at
they're
the high
playing still
level.
exactly they're playing still now they're receiving more money sax ñoom bëri tey la nekk di gën a receive xaalis bëri imagine that. So limola wanene we have to go to the grassroots, which every time platform be Jollof Bantaba you go advocate programs, you know,
Yeah.
and it's something very quite interesting that people have to, you know, listen and then try to dive. Most especially the young coaches, they are very important when it comes to this aspect.
Absolutely important. Next dama bëgg ñu jàll ñu dem si GFF bi because maa ngi gis suma uncle mi ngi make some announcement about the calendar, new calendar for the new season, GFF season 2025 season. Kaya def nañ seen calendar bi. I think the Super Cup should be played in November 2nd. That is the female Super Cup, and then in November 3rd they will have the male Super Cup. The season will start. So before that, of course, Nawettan will come. Bu na am chef yi suma boss coach chef mu ñëw wax ma about Nawettan mi ngi busy si Nawettan bi tey la nga waroon am seen draw yi Nawettan bi waaye dégg naa Gambia ngay taw so loolu moo la tey nekk fi moom ak space yëpp so xam naa gars yi si draw yi di def seen draw yi ma njaay Nawettan beeg yooyu noonu. So it's a good step pour gars jël. Now of course we used to have calendars in the Gambia Football League, but it seems that they are taking it more seriously. Like the timing of the announcement is very good. We all know when we expect things to start and stuff like that. And also, guys, we got introduced player registration, digital player registration system. What do you think these two things can have impact in Gambian football?
Yeah, it's we are living in a digital world. Smaller one is my phone right now. 10 apps I'm 10. Everything app la. Say when you use the office, no, we have to be here. Even now, taking notes in football, minutes. Lolo Gambia la ko baye, jël minutes meeting. Digital is a platform boo xam ne da nga click rek. Seeni ñu ngi wax machine ba nga jël notes. So life is all about changes, you know. So before that was happening. Okay, so the issue of the digitalization, which CAF and FIFA is really strict about it because they are not taking any more manual. So this is coming from CAF and FIFA. They are pushing that all the member associations need to put all the players electronic. It's easier to track down a player when it comes to transfers, when it comes to this and that. So CAF and FIFA will have control over that. And they will be just getting in Gambia, blah, blah. They will check everything. Because they cannot call Gambia or give us this and then they will scan it and you scan it heavily. Digitalization link. So it's something Gambia is really, the federation is really taking it seriously because before it was something you very understanding when I was there and they tried to push it. But how they did it was something because not only the federation but also the stakeholders has to step up when it comes to that. Many they get excuse. Oh, on our internet, oh, on our league. That's not an excuse. That's not the problem of the
cheap excuses. I know about cheap excuses in Gambia.
That's your
Don't
problem.
worry.
That's your problem as a team. It's the federation. Because the federation, what they have to do to bring you together, give you what they have to do. If the CAF said, okay, we want this to digitalize this in next level because GFF will have pressure with CAF and FIFA to say, oh, while it digitalize because GFF will not give excuse anymore because it depends because they also be on pressure. So it depends on the stakeholders also to step up in a way that they have to also because last time understand players and it has to be in CAF calendar because legi lolo fok mo am because everything is moving. Even recently I guess Musape have launched an investigation with regards to no an investigation an audit internal audit he wants to know how the organization is going with finances. So it's really commendable. These are some of the things we need to see to make a growth of football, of African football more especially. So coming back to this calendar, what we're talking about, it's really important for people to know, to prepare in earnest. Because you don't have to wait like 1 month or 1 week and okay, the league is starting and you start preparation. We have to prepare things in earnest. What I was told when I first came here by the CEO, whatever we do here, we plan it like what happened, what's supposed to have next week, we're supposed to have next month, we plan it today. That's how we work here. Man, I'm fine with that because I'm used to that. I plan my things ahead. So they told me the plainly that it has to start because we don't want to make sure we have to miss things like, okay, we have to fast, we have to plan it properly so that everything comes. Nobody will say it's shortcuts or whatsoever.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm coming. So,
Yeah.
so these are some of the things that is really important for Gambia to have. And now also the stakeholders have to also give the support. And where they have to give the support to the federation is to make sure they have to meet the requirements to go and register. Now they have all the time to do that job before November. Now they have to make sure the players, they have to scout for the Nawettan, they scout it. The players, they have to register, they have to register. Sometimes they will give you a chance to register 20 players and left with 10 players. Then later, then you have to put in as you are going to select the best squad of it. So everything has to come with the preparation. I think it's a very great step. And every time you're crying for this, Shama, you're always crying for this because
Yeah.
I know the level you are in, the professional level you are in, that you're always doing this because you're also coaching. And then everything you do, it has to be on time. It has to be in the calendar because here you have to
Definitely.
do everything on calendar. You have your own calendar. This is what is
Yeah.
happening. This is what is happening. Sometimes if it is changing, it will be a small changes, but everything
Yeah.
goes as planned. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. But sa waji sa Thomas Seni mu ngi la doon congratulate sa on your living, but mi ngi wax something very important loo xam ne sax gënoon na suma xel. Seni Kanye ngi in line with the FIFA calendar 2024-2025 season football season should end in June because last season or this season we just ended we had an issue because Medina United they won the FF Cup, right? When they won the FF Cup, they were supposed to participate in the Confederation
Yeah.
Cup for Gambia. Like they have the opportunity to participate, but because the registration period has passed, the season began
Yeah.
season began just recently, so you
Yeah.
cannot register. So
Register. Yeah.
now saying lu ma wax ni is very important. I don't know ndax gars yi boole nañ loolu noonu si gars seen consideration bi this time around because last season was a problem, but it's something very very important su gars yi di def seen calendar yi. This is why planning ahead is very important because you will know everything when you're supposed to do it because FIFA CAF am nañ seen calendar, FIFA am nañ seen calendar, so you have to work around those calendars su ko defee nga mun a help the teams ñu xam ne war a mun a even though su fekkee teams yi pare wuñ like Real Banjul win nañ league bi they cannot participate in the CAF Champions League, but you have to make sure ne yow def nga yow sa warugal loo war a def then des na si teams yi ndax ñoom mun nañoo dem participate or not. So I hope ne gars yi consider nañ loolu noonu.
But I think that's a good point. But also to add on is also one of the things that will make a challenge is they might not have the requirement for where they will play the game.
Yeah. Yeah, but that's what I mean. Yo, CAF era GFF ñoo war a def seen warugal ñoom they have am nañ seen role bu gaa war a play make sure ne like the registration du passé because Real di Banjul ñoom ñooy decide ndax mun nañ koo def wala munuñ koo def. That is not up to GFF ñu decide na Real di Banjul mun nañoo participate CAF competition or not. It is up to the club ñu decide ndax we are able to do it or not. But
Yeah.
if you don't give them the opportunity by playing your games beyond the registration period, then you are not helping them. That is where GFF comes in. Then the clubs nak ñom ñoo wara take the next step. Of course, CAF wax na ne da nga wara am female team bala nga participate in CAF. So that is Real di Banjul's role to make sure that ñoo am nañ a female team. CAF wax na ne war nga am stadium boy wara mëna play. Of course, Real di Banjul ñoom tam am nañ seen own role pour play ne gars am nañ seen own fit stadium bu gars di play. Why in terms of the scheduling and all these things, the calendar, that is all on GFF. You make sure ne J finish on time. So ko defé team si ndax dinañ jël opportunity bi or not is up to them.
Exactly. Yeah. I 100% agree. 100% agree.
Yeah. So about the digitalization tabit, the other important thing boo xamante ne war nañ ko wax moo nekk about the because in the past we have players registering today with this age, tomorrow registering with that age, go to another club registering with the gis nañ ko si under 20 bu passé nii understand there was coow baa ngi bari woon kii ni player bi lu tax nekku fa ñële ñu ne la ne kii dafa register woon before with a different age te itam mu ñëw register with a different age. So this digitalization will make sure ne will ensure that ne koo xam ne register nga like yaa ngi si system bi already, there is no going back understand at least it will not eliminate the age cheating, but it will daf ko wàññi.
It will regulate it.
Yeah, exactly.
100% agree. 100%.
Yeah. Ousmane lu ma wax ni mu ne sa voice bi dafa doon break.
My voice.
Internet bi la
Now, if I'm not breaking, can you please say thumbs up or say yes?
Please, we are not hearing guys. Ousmane, are you sure? Seni, the other Man, I'm hearing clearly.
But for me, I'm hearing Chama also clearly. Yeah, I'm hearing
Yeah,
Chama.
but
I'm not
bu leen
sure.
faale tamit yeah waaye gars no may ñoo understand because ñu tam si internet leen nekk nii nekkuñ toog di lifin so sometimes the internet might trip a little bit it can happen it can happen so
Yeah, yeah.
seeni mi ngi waxati la the club licensing both domestic and continental criteria flips financial legal infrastructure personal and sports criteria
Yeah, that's what I
okay
said. Yeah. Even you have even you are passed to play, they have to check all these things because now they're not joking with these things because it's really important because they want to CAF want to see now the standards, professional standards. That's what they want to see. Okay, Maggie. Okay, thank you. They want to see the
Sawali mo is
professional
okay
standards. Not only like they don't want to play like fast with them. No, they want to see the standard. They have to be because why that is happening? If you can recall what Musepe said, one of his speech. He said, I don't know, in FIFA, in CAF Congress, something like that. He said, I want Africa to have a better leagues that Europeans will come from Europe and play, or African themselves stay in Africa to play
we
their
can play
clubs. This is
that
what
should
I
be the
want.
aim
And
yeah
the way he said it, if that should be achieved, then it has to start with structures of sporting, financial stability, infrastructure, professional administrators has to be involved, professional coaches. That's why this licensing is really important. They don't joke with the licensing. That's why even women's football in the criteria of the FIFA for women's football development, I wanted to apply for it, but what they told me is Gambia didn't come that level yet. I'm going to apply. When I applied the league of the U17 women's girls, and I applied for the administration course, I applied for the symposium where we can interact to attract leaders to influence them with regards to women's football. It doesn't matter whether in football or not. As long as you are a woman who has a top influential voice, we want to invite you to make sure it has to spread out and strengthen this kind of magnitude in a way that we will have the bigger guns in women's football. So what happened also, the club licensing, but what I was advised that Gambia don't have the structures yet for the club
yeah
licensing. It gave me that advice that you cannot apply for it. Maybe you can apply for the grassroots football, which I wanted to apply, but unfortunately I left to the US. So now you can see these are the importance of what CAF is trying to restructure. That's why Musepe is trying to start from scratch, CAF itself, to say my organization is the one handling African football. And those one of the things is I have to make sure to see a competent woman, competent male, competent anyone who has the right as an African and the level, the skills to have to work in this organization need to be accountable, need to be so as the competency that has to go. Because if CAF is not regulated, then I'm sorry, all those continental FAs, it will be similar.
it will be similar
So
definitely
now, if he's taking that step, then that would be a great step for African football.
yeah, that would be massive. That would be massive, definitely. Yeah, but Babuga Diary for Futur about the GFF league. I'm not. I sent report be about the calendar be because I don't announce. Dama fa pick a little bit of haga. Dama sew tuti rek. Dama fa pick a little bit of thing. They talking about the league being semi-professional. Understand? I read that, and then I wanna know what does it mean to be a semi-professional league? What does it mean to be a professional league? And what is the amateur league? Like Sirif, yesterday in the group, he commented in the CAF system they only have amateur and professional league, but people keep using this in between semi-professional league. What like you lost you understand?
Yeah, even me, I'm kind of a bit confused. Silip is right because myself, I read a document where Gambia was amateur. We fall under amateur. I don't think we still at the level of having a professional. Yeah, semi-professional that they wanna but I don't think in CAF system we have seen that. Maybe it happens with the FIFA regulation stuff to restructure that league because sometimes in FIFA it might happen. I will make a research about it. I cannot say things that are not clear to me. But when it
Yeah.
comes to the CAF, I think the FIFA system, yes, because if you're an agent, you learn about the league, about how structured
Yeah.
the league is. If I am really correct, sure
Yeah.
if I'm correct, please say yes. If you're available or you're around. So yes, which I think yes, is amateur and professional league. So semi-professional league maybe is they feeling like okay, this is how you have to
Something they
prepare
create.
yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah, something has to be done. Like you have to prepare yourself for the professional league. But we will make a research about it. We will not be here to speculate. We don't want to be sitting down here speculating things that are not clear to us, or we say something that is not clear. But if it is possible and it's true, we comment that that is a great step for Gambia and a great step for the FF to take that, to move from amateur to the semi-professional league. But for now, if we have a semi-professional league, what are the requirements also? That is question back. What are the requirements that has to be done if semi-professional league needs to come to play? So for me, I don't understand. But how I take it and how I see it is like to prepare yourself or to prepare teams how they have to get the criteria to be professional league.
Yeah. Hopefully, somebody from the GFF will be listening, and then if they use they will usually have their programs on their platforms, and it's something law need to go understand. Man, personally, I don't understand it. We are saying we are semi-professional league. What does that mean? What requirements did we meet? We learn defa being into that semi-professional level from the amateur level. That I believe we were in. So yeah, mange living suñ guy GFF. Anybody who may answer that question, I will be very happy to hear the answer to that.
It's really important because one of the problems also, Monica, communication, to give information to people.
Yeah.
That's why even yesterday when we had the program, I'm a Minister of Information, Kini, talking about asking him some questions. What is this? What is that? Important for people to understand, the masses to understand exactly what is happening. Because you don't have people in doubt. Because someone in doubt say, I start speculating. I start saying things that are not true or start, and then that spread, it starts to change the people, the concept that they're thinking. But right now, if things are happening, and then the young feel like, okay, we need the gratification. I think one of their programs that they're doing is very important. If people are listening, and then they are trying to make in a sense that they have to make a comment section, not only in the program to type, but also in a way that they have to put it at the side, to pick some questions we are very, very tangible for the public to understand exactly. Like, for instance, if you said, now what your questions you are asking, like, what do you mean by the semi-professional leagues? What is semi-professional league, if I can understand? And they will clarify, because every information that GFF has to give, it has to be in line with the CAF and FIFA regulations. These are always amateur or professional according to FIFA. There is nothing like semi-professional with regards to FIFA. Okay, so Sirif Isya, the FIFA agent, has clarified this through the show that there's nothing like semi-professional. It's either be amateur or be professional league. And we thank you for that clarification. So these are things. Football is broad. Football is very big. And football, so sometimes it's kind of be like, we have to make a research about it. It's about opinions. It's about also, most especially if you're on platforms, if people are listening to you, you have to give some tangible facts and some analysis that we are thinking about it, and it's very great. So we're grateful for that, and the public also, what they are listening. And then I think it's a great one that, well, I think this question has to be, taken seriously. Like, what is semi-professional league, and how we're gonna go with the semi-professional league, and why is it semi-professional league?
Yeah.
And shout out to Habib.
Because that is like semi-pro. That's a misleading statement. Wow, what they got here? What they call Leral? Guy one call Leral. Yeah. There was another topic more going to discuss today. More about the GFCA, Gambia Football Coaches Association, a GFF guy, a coaching convention, which is going on, which is nice. Coaches should come together, guide the cracks and brains together. I would have loved to have my coach here, but unfortunately he's not here. So maybe we can just keep on, and then you go to some foreign players. See, I already discussed about the July.
Just to brush that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. You got. Wait. Go ahead. Yeah. You can go ahead on that one.
Yeah, just to brush through with that convention. It's really important for the coaches, because I have been following the convention. I've been asking some questions, which is really commendable by the GFCA. This is great that we want to see, because coaches also need to understand the different components of football, because you have the financial side, which the coach have to know. You have also the social media side, because some of the players, social media is very important when it comes to the convention, the discussion of the coaches. I don't know exactly what are the models that they use to educate themselves, or to educate how best they have to deal with the media. For instance, if you have like questions like giving interviews, which I'm really concerned about. Okay, most of the time, if you listen to Premier League, like it's important for us, for you as a coach, to listen to lots of interviews. What are some of the interviews if you ask questions? For instance, if I'm a coach and then you ask me, oh, Saini, what are your reactions to this game because you are the coach and then your team lost or your team won through the game? They are asking you to talk about strictly about the technicalities of the game. It's not about the referee is not good or this thing is not good. What is your reaction? For instance, you might say, "Oh, thank you very much. I'm happy as a coach to to see the game went well." If you're on the winning side, to say, "I placed my tactics, and the tactics has worked." Despite that, we have struggled in the first half based on the approach we have in the game because you do an opposition analysis when it comes to the other teams, to watch the other teams. You say the strength of the team is on the halfback, the strength of the team is this zone, the strength of the team is the defensive, the strength of the team, the strikers they have, the strength of the team is this, is blah, blah, blah. Then if you're on the losing side to say, okay, I'm not happy to see I'm not happy to see that this team, what we trained, that has to apply it because the tactics has failed, and we have seen that the other team is have more strength than us, have more competent ability in the game approaching. Malcolm also sometimes the teams get nervous because if they see the way approach they are playing. So something like that. Talk about specifically about the technical aspect or the tactical aspect
Technicalities,
of the game. Yeah. But
yeah.
if you're talking about different things like I'm happy with their performance, sometimes you're not happy with their performance and say you're happy with their performance. So because we are not programming ourselves or we're not teaching ourselves to be on the local side, we have to teach ourselves to be in the higher level. Because for instance, now many coaches they have the competency and they can coach outside. So they have to prepare themselves when it comes to the grassroots side, and they are on the local side now. So coming in the future, if you have that kind of, they'll say, oh, then spectators will say, oh, then the coach knows what he's talking about. For instance, if I listen one of Pep Guardiola's informed, the coach asked him, why do you always want to hold the ball and do pressing? He said, because if I hold the ball, my team holds the ball. That means it's dictating the tactics that I taught them over the first week we are training. Because if I don't have the ball, how can I play the tactics? I cannot, because I'll be running around like a chicken, headless chicken. I will not know where to go. I will not know where to press. So these are some of the things which I think maybe they will cover in the convention, which I'm really concerned about it because I watched lots of interviews, most especially in the league, and how I see the response. Anyway, and also Habib has said here like the convention should be involved exclusively those from. This is a very
Inclusive,
important.
yeah.
This is a very,
Yeah.
very, very important. I don't know exactly who are one of the people who are there, but the most places that
I
I've
think it's
seen
the
is
first, division and second division coaches. I think male and
okay, but it
female
has to
leagues.
be clarified
So
for people to know. It has to be
yeah,
clarified for people to know with the
yeah.
members because GFF have members. Maybe some of them are in the regions, but if they come and say, "Oh, our members, we're sorry, but the first time we are doing it, the priority is going to the first and second division teams." So the next convention will be the regional people, regional coaches, and also the third division coaches. So this will be clear to the members that this has been communicated. But if you pick only the first and second division club teams and you don't spread the information to the regions or the third division teams, it brings speculations, it brings hate, or it brings something that which is not right. Because if you are a member or you're an organization, you are there for everyone. You are there for only this and pick and choose. But yes, in wherever you go, the first top twos are always the priorities, which we all know
Yeah.
and which we all are.
And then we just spoke about digitalization, right? The world is a digital world right now. I know Gambia is a challenge for when it comes to internet and stuff like that, but these kind of things, you do them, you can still engage everybody without having to bring everybody. Understand? Maybe you can just bring in the first and second division coaches together, but then the rest, you can create your own platform, your digital platform, where they can watch what is going on there and they can contribute in their own ways. You can give them small windows to contribute so that everybody is equal. But of course, like you say, it's the first time, so it has to start from somewhere, and then hopefully next time they will expand it, and then because maybe they don't have the space to cover to bring all these coaches together. That is a challenge. So
Yes,
yeah.
yes, true, true. They might have challenges because it's the first time and it's commendable. It's really first time. They might have some lapses now. Now, okay, this is where they can learn, and then many people will try to say, "Oh, you should have done it this way. Oh, you should have done it that way. Oh, do I do?" So, okay, a lot of people were complaining. Okay, so I don't know. I think they have a coach there. I'm not sure. So yeah, exactly. The how like how Chama said. In addition, that this is important for them to say, okay, it's challenges. This is the first time they must have challenges that they face, and they must learn from those to improve themselves next time if they are doing things. And also, it's important if their models that they covered during the presentations need to be come together and then share it among the coaches, that we help them that also what they have discussed, if they have learned through the convention. So this is very important one. And also it's important for coaches also to know the importance of finances, the importance of also how GFF is structured and what are the things that GFF is doing. Some of them might not know what is the mandate, some of the things that GFF, some of the department that GFF is doing. So it's important for also the coaches also to know these are the important things that we are doing, and how important is it, how financial side is important, how social media is important with regards to coaching, how it can make you to be good, how it can off you up, and how the important information you are giving out, which now, because we are in a digital world, now whatever we are doing is on the social media. It's very, very important. Like for instance, okay, I take example like Habifa when he was in Gambia with the league. Now we are not seeing nice pictures, Habib. We are not seeing nice pictures. Before players were hustling. I witnessed that. Maybe we call Habib. Oh, give me pictures. Give me pictures. Bro, don't send picture beautiful over nice. Even myself, I got nice shots. Even some of the members of the GFS got nice shots. So these are some of the things that has to, because it's something like, it can be a frame thing. Oh, this was in 2022. I played against this guy. This is the picture. It's important because these are some of the things that is a reference. People think it's a small thing, but it's not a small thing. It's something very important. And we are in a digital world. Everything, Chamana, is digital. Now we're talking about, you're in Japan and I'm in Denmark now. We are talking here. We're
exactly.
live. So this is very important. You know?
It's very important. Go ahead. I just wanted to say my story about my coaching journey.
Yeah, when the pandemic happens, you can see when the pandemic happens now, a lot of things
Everything
are cut down with physical as well, because now everything changed when the pandemic happened. The pandemic happened to change things, because everything comes with changes now, because that's why Zoom was created. Most people were using Zoom, Teams, and so on. So many apps are coming out. People are watching. Even when it comes to football apps, when it comes to everything apps, Netflix, Max, and so on, Viaplay, and so on, everything is coming up now. So because the world is digitalized, so whatever we are doing, we are. But anyway, you can go ahead with what you want to say.
Yeah, I was gonna say like I got my coaching certificate from the English FA, right? It was recently, not long ago, because I've been doing my coaching and then I did not have it. So so the thing actually, I everything was done online. Most of my course, everything was done online, and now I have the level 1 certificate from England English FA. But then the coach who was actually taking us, just recently I was watching Wigan Athletic. They have just hired him as he was our coach trainee during the period. Now Wigan just signed him as the first team coach. He's a Southeast Asian, first team coach at Wigan. And I was I know this guy, and then. Oh, he was the guy who everything is digitalized. When I was meet, why he was my instructor, and now I'm getting coach top team C. Everything is digitalized, so we need to think more digital. But the fact that I get now, hopefully they will bring in people they can fast track those things, because especially the younger generation, they are very good when it comes to digitalizing the things. So I mean,
even Matar right now, I'm going to Scotland for his final practical for the airlines in non la 9 hours that they see living airlines in 9 hours. Yep, online la. Yep, online la. And they will put you in the groups if you are doing a group work. So everything is digitalized. So digitalization is something to have. Dafa nopal. Da nga tok fi sax, even right now me muna ñaka dem liggéey ma tok suma kër. And I'll be monitored. Hours ma nek liggéey. They will know the hours I'm working. I don't have to go to work. I just have to rest, being here, being on my computer, right? Do stuff and so on. So it's really important, yeah. So Gambian like Mr. Defense, right?
Wow, you know the hell. Wow, so I have you the great matter. Wow. Welcome you.
Oh my, you surprise. I don't know. You surprise.
Maru, wow, that's nice. That's wonderful.
One of the fans. One more. All of Japan will buy.
When you move on to foreign players, we will start with a female like Adama Tamba. Adama Tamba made a move. She joined Rhodes in French League 2. And then he spent some time playing for Grenoble, and then last season I think he was playing for a third division team in France. Now he's moving back to the second division with Rhodes. which is wonderful to see. Gis neen earlier naka tuddaati suma doom baay Cham naka tuddaati Kante Cham naka la waati ku nekk Spain Seville. Fatou Kante waaw Fatou Kante Cham. waaw exactly jógee moom dem na Seville sa waay tamit léegi bi ngay move dem Rhodes move yi amul si booy rek de. gaa yi tam ñi ngay dem waaw.
Adama is quite a big wow. I was really proud because she was not feeling well. It was a time I'm February something like that because you don't man waxtaan moom si about one move because benn team lañ bëggoon in UK. In UK I think so ñu wax ma because they need on transfer bi waaye moom luckily soo gisee debutoon because dafa amoon contract ak gars
yi.
so bu waxee ak gars yi ñu no du mën a move because contract bi dafa seal ba pare so lu moo taxoon waaye when I saw this it's not a surprise to me. Adama is one of the most talented female footballer Gambia pour ñu produce talentam. I'm not saying du am de wooma du am.
waaw waaye na jafe.
Because goals him score rek Adama Tamba score nearly 100 and something goals in Gambian Women's League. Mom nekku ne only score goals. She can play football. She's talented. She's disciplined. She's focused. She has everything that an athlete should have. So the only thing is how to manage. How to manage. Yeah. So
how talented is her sister? How talented is her sister, Awatamba?
Yeah, Awatamba is super. No, they have different qualities. Okay, let me tell you the difference. Awatamba is a striker.
Well, boys are getting display because my team said for a long time. But you make a time to see la boga, she should.
Yeah. So key for Nawettan affair because be important point la because her sister, Awatamba. She's a very talented, aggressive, defensive midfielder, and she can play both offensive and defensive. Awatamba, so Tobe, dangare key mom had been. She's a star. Adama is a striker, and her ability is to score more goals. Her strength is based on that. She can play as a 10, but if you want her to play better, she can score any minute for you. She is that fire. She's not a striker, Bohamene, no limit. Awatamba can play. She's a versatile player. Awatamba can play defensive. Awatamba can play halfback because when I remember when we were playing in Azerbaijan World Cup 2012, Momo don't play halfback because we were lacking halfback left. So they used her to play in the halfback because they want issue for them. So she has to drop to come to the halfback left. Before normally midfield 8, midfield 6 that they play, but she's talented. So this is the difference they have. But they're both talented and they all have
different ways.
And I would love to see Awatamba also. She was playing in Senegal, and I would love to see her also playing in the professional top league. But I'm not football time. What's like most of their nigga. Maybe our Adama have more luck because luck time that they understand football. Maybe even to make a 2-3% lesser, but at least luck is part of it. Yeah. Because so both we have to factor that also. Yeah.
You have to accept it.
They both have their own way of playing in the game. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Actually, I make a Grenoble. He scored a lot. She scored a lot of goals for Funono. For now, goals he scored in the past. Yeah, exactly. He scored more than 20 goals there. So yeah, Mom can score a lot.
Yeah,
exactly. So Mom. Yeah, let's wish him all the best with her new club, Rhodes. Rhodes am na beneen xale bu fa nekk beneen Gambian xale but si male team bi la nekk moom si youth team bi la nekk fan yii rek maa ngi wax ak moom under 20 player la so moom tax he wanna play for Gambia stuff like that. So yeah, it's interesting. We having Gambians all over the place now. But Adama moom ñu ngi ko wish all the best su demee foofu noonu mu lifin. Next player. Joseph Cissé moom player lul Gambia but brother am player na Gambia Jasper Cissé. He moved from Norrköping to move to Cesena in Italy. Cesena area in the second division of the Italian league. Moom tam ñu ngi ko wish all the best foofu noonu Joseph. Another player ku make move ko he moom Gambian international la moo nekk Dudu Dadi Gueye moom tam fa move to KFUM moom ñu ngi fa bari Gambian ñu ngi fa am Lion Ndiaye ñu ngi fa am Moussa Ndiaye so moom tam mu join guy in the top tier of the Norwegian league, so wishing him all the best. foo waroon naa ñëw nag mu jox ñu mu wax ñu about the transfers yi war a xew but unfortunately gisuma ko xam naa fa xala jàpp wante waxoon na ne nañ ñëw but unfortunately gisuma ko so bii dama koo bot res rek and yesterday tamit ñi ngi gis ne Omar Colley captain win na Super Cup bi second trophy as a professional player because dafa win the cup in the Turkey last season. And then this season we start with the Super Cup. We play against Galatasaray, the league champions. They beat Galatasaray 5-0. Omar Colley, was in the defense. They won 5-0, kept the clean sheet. We kept Galatasaray attack at bay. Congratulations to Omar Colley. Sidi, you have anything to say?
Yeah, congratulations. We are proud to see. We are very proud to see. You can see the boys, Gambian players shining because it also makes us look good. Like Mataloa, everything Gambia has, it has to make us look good. Because you'll be proud to say, I'm a Gambian. For them, I'm a Gambian. So it's even young women, every time I'll be talking about it in this group. I see people know, yeah, because how many audience that you get? So every time I'll talk about young women, so sometimes I'm even bored about it because I feel happy. Because when you're not owning a new Gambia, I mean, talent people know.
Yeah, opportunity more than a problem, right? Opportunity more than a problem. But wonderful. But midweek bi tam ñi gisaat tamit guy payde yi tamit am nga Abdoulaye Cissé moom like I'm so proud of him. One suma tom la Abdoulaye la tudda and then number 2 he won the Manak Space lu ñu def GFF player of the month. I think he won it in April or May. So May after that immediately he went to Paide. First game mu start Paide mu square guy si European Conference bi I think that was his first or second touch si game boobu noonu mu score and then now mi ngi ni square out na guy in a very good performance mu progress a guy into the next round, in the third round of the European Conference League. His first year in pro, he was playing in the GFF League this season, Mohamed Suso, and now he is doing it big time in the UEFA Conference League. So yeah, next game guy gonna play against AC Häckens. That is a Swedish team that's close to you guys.
Yeah. The name is coming.
Yeah, exactly. So next game they will play Häckens in the next round of the Conference League qualifier. So I'm really proud of these guys. Nyom Stek ak Mohamed Suso, they are doing really well. My guy, this guy, guy Estonia, you guy real di Bajoli. Baba de Max guy, me get this guy. We let me nyom finja send players si ak yoy nonu. But yeah, they are playing in the European Conference League and they are having impact.
It's an opportunity. If you come to America, let them go. Because
exactly.
It's better because they not compare. Come every time somebody even want habit. That's what he always tell me. Like comparing for and fee is different.
It's different.
So I mean, an opportunity to sign a professor and even like every month 100,000 or 200,000. It's good. It's something good. It's a step because you're in a Gambia. That's why I always tell the players: if you come from Gambia and then you come here to play, what do you think can motivate you better? Da nga nekk Gambia nga nekk play even $100 da day nekk problem si yow nga am ko $100 laa la wama $200 yi okay now nga ñëw nga ci thousands of that money. So what can motivate you better? Tell me what can motivate you better?
It's different.
I'm not saying the male side, but I'm not saying sometimes in the male side yena jaay na def saka in Spain bo benen topic la. It's not something that I will encourage because you have a lot of players and careers with regards to that team si ñu bàyyi seen xel bu baax ñoo jaay players in Spain. When they am talent, love talent for no. Talent they could just Spain. Lu nekk Spain mo nekk what exactly nga nekk top player. Wala nga yanga fu nga juddu fofu no. So lo dañ ko wara understand tamit. Why right now su gisee ne players yi gëna Gambia di dem is a plus. Because they are living in a different environment. They are having a different way of living. They have different experience and at least they are shining. At least you talk so they can send people to tele. At least when you very different people you now watch.
Exactly.
So it's a very great yeah.
Absolutely. Actually, suñ boy bi suñ star boy bi yak wo mi dem wa suñ boy bi dem wa dem am problème. How many young Senegal guys in game bi guy will play against QPR guy will play he played about 72 minutes. And then he won the penalty. They won the game 1-0. He won the penalty. Yesterday, unfortunately, he did not score. No, that's more than just ticket, madam Sani, because Moka Sani did have their score. Yeah, we're gonna have. Yeah. But what do you think? What do you make of him? What do you make of him since moving to Wigan? To Brighton.
Minteh lu ma bëgg rek mu gën a xam rek moo nekk mu gën a fas jom who set the example for the young people who are coming next after him.
Yeah.
Because he is an inspiration now. Yankuma Minteh, Matar Munawatana Mandema, that's what he told me. He said, Yankuma Minteh, the mentality he has is difficult, it's rare.
In a
It's very
footballer,
rare.
yeah.
Defar nañ ko ñëw na fii ama training bi every 3 months mu dem mu ñëw ba dafa fekk tamit si moom la nekka.
Yeah.
Mentality bu mu am la dafa hungry. So lu ko gën a jàppale moo nekka so lu ko jàppale moo nekka moom na xam ne léegi Gambians young people want to be like him. He set the bar. He set the bar already. He set it already.
Yeah.
So maa ngi wish tamit all the young players who are looking up to Yankuba Minteh should keep it up. Sometimes I am talent. Yankuba Minteh is talented. Since I was watching him, GT Bank, we don't win school to school. My
Wow.
one mako one. GT boko oh, I know the GT. One man exactly bila. More winning GT Bank. Against Barco.
Yeah, I have the picture. Yeah.
Bang Nyoko organized and GFF. There was a great successful youth football tournament, school football tournament.
Yeah.
So that is a young Minteh went through the ranks. He went through the process. Young went through the process. This is important. From school football, to academic to school football. School football, you get them to a club team. A club team, new club, they have to structure you, coming, giving you trainings, giving you everything what you need. Because this is what I said. If you come here, they don't only look at the technical side of you, psychological side, we are different. Yeah, they want to lay young in you. Because if you can remember, first time when Yankuba Minteh came, who don't play, the fuck kick living me, we not change it. But there wasn't a good approach, there wasn't a good attitude. But do you think Yankuba Minteh will do that again? No, he will not do that again. Because they prepared him. The youth cannot do that because you are at the level, you passed that level now. Now what he's doing, he's enjoying himself to play.
The role model,
so if he's hearing this message from me, you go want to be proud of him. And now he's an inspiration. He's a role model to a lot of young people in the Gambia. So everybody will look at him as an example, and he's representing us well. Lola, even your body say that you are representing us well. Because as long as you represent you are your group. Yeah, you represent well. So it's something like it's a very positive one. The am a very better bright future. Come Messi, Yankuba Minteh is not stopping here. He's not stopping here. Going up, yes. He's going up, inshallah. Because I'm not munoko halad bi mu fa. Te ñu ko jappal tamit nekk ci gannaaw dañ digir. Nekkul tamit ay ñu xam ne ñoo bëgg pour de ok non ni dañ ko dé wat dëgga diko tek ci yoon. Li la football li leen soxla ñu li leen soxla. Ku la tek ci yoon man tay sa dama nit ku ma tek ci yoon. Mara sonda dafa ñëw wàcce suma ego. Su dama wasa di bëgg danga ma no way. Wala mu wàcce bu metti bo xam ne dama dé gis sama bu waaye dama dé tok ma xala ma oh ki lu mo dëgga la. Because I know what dëgga la because I have to truth to myself. Because mo nangu te advice mo experience mo ma gëna jàng mo ma gëna expose mo ma gëna xam. So fo man nangu pour lu ma ma njëriñoo si. Because mo bëggee jaay may diw no way duma dem dama taxaw. So fo mo da ko soxla mo na aduna ku nekk da ko soxla muy man muy yow muy everybody here. So wishing him all the best and wishing all the players also, not only Yankuba Minteh but everyone in that journey. We wish you all the best because all of you make us proud. Because all of you are doing your best wherever you are. And we are very proud to see it. Yes. Definitely.
And one thing, I think the thing that made me feel more even proud about him was Puma de Messanico, second game. First game, nobody know about him. Understand? Because of course, you have to be very rooted into football. Nga neka di follow Dutch League everywhere. Wala sa team, sa player neka si Dutch League ak yun nga muna living. Understand? But in terms of English football, even Brighton fans, they did not know about him. But the guy have a lot of hope on him because of look at about the kid and stuff like that. So after one second game, first game why second game I was happy to see a Japanese guy raising a Gambian flag with a Minteh name. Gambian flag, Japanese people holding a Gambian flag. That was like, this is different level, right? I was really proud to see that.
Yeah.
No, I was really happy to see that. Yeah.
Even Gina Bunondao. Bunondao among one of the best athletes in the world. So I look at the girl. I said to myself, she's the youngest among this. I'm sure she's the youngest. But look at her.
Yeah.
Representing Ghana. yaram bi daw ma gis jigéen ni doon jéngoo xam nga loolu dama ne jox emotion because ma gis moo dem mu ngi yóbbu Gambie tur bi mu ngi xam nga mu ngi jéngu so not only because of mu ngi expo but dafa emotional so moo tax suñ gars yi daal dañ see kontaan si ñoom daal dañ xam ne dañu dee make emotional dañu dee yóbbu certain level 10 years ago we don't have this we don't we have players who play up top yes we have it ñoom Tito Cissé ñoom Sefo Soli ñoom kii ni Musa Baro was our top player you couldn't show he was doing Bologna good scoring goals near you and still now he's doing that and other players ñoom Youssoufa Ndiaye ñoom Steve ñooñu yëpp they make us proud
everybody yeah definitely no life no la demee
now yëpp women this moment dañu ngi start on your committee there will be a time also they will start someone else not your committee
somebody else yeah definitely
but we all support them we all like them
absolutely we love all of them we love all of them and we want to see all of them succeed. But yeah, it depends on the moment and then because every game so you cannot help but talk about him at the end of the day. Background before finally ñëw na so moom tam naa ko dugal after su ko defee mu jox ñu the latest update especially the players yoo xam ne potential moves seeg yooyu xam nga moom he's very like focused on those kind of things so nañu mën a jàppale yeah definitely
top fan bad level yona wako mu recognize top fan bad
let me bring him in good day brother Fo, how are you doing? Are you ready?
Hello.
Fo
I'm so Gambia network network Gambia
well, let me wait for him and then I will take him again. Buba, suma brother Buba sao mune naka man like wa mane suma guy ko suma boy ko tile suma guy ko ti ñema wadra si ko ko ci mo le wasen affaire ci fi nekkon ni ko di nga dégg ko sen affaire nawetaan bi
ko wonna ko so bodo mo twist mu fa de ko
wa suñu nawetaan team bi ko tu ñu fa di
mo na si tan nak ba du dam bari dama na si tan
yeah, the final actually team I will talk about today in terms of performance is Hossens actually. No, Odens. Yen Hossens taking play. Odens I mean. James at team I mean. Yeah, I win ngante. Mane Odens tamit the guy start seeing me with fire. 3 games, 3 wins. James is
coming from the Super League. Odens are coming from the Super League. So team super ñima ñu len. Dama may ngane de bañu waña second division rek.
So guy capitalize
because guy was even more than a predict others them so you most likely others did not them at top because did like why you make so Super League wow so hamna dal maybe game against others like maybe one Gambian watch that because they only a Gambian derby because bo dañu expect ne tamit affaire dafa saf James
waaw James mi ngi jël doole nak de James mi ngi jëlaat doole nak because season yi ko start very well
bena ci rek la bëgg bena ci mo nga
I'm very happy to see him hitting form again because he could be a very important player for Gambia in the future. We remember the African competition he had 2021.
Yeah, we need him.
Yeah, we really need him. And then even if you look at him in this picture, you can see his fitness level. Size amatuko hamga. He definitely trained very well this season.
Because I'm going to play every time, so he's dropping. Yeah, definitely.
Wow, Seri. What time unfortunately internet issues and stuff like that. But if you have any final words to share to our audience before you wrap it up today.
Yeah, Monica, thank you very much for the opportunity to come here and then express myself.
Thank you for coming such notice. Sorry.
It's fine. And your family, you I've been out to call ko bane nakala program ni mo ko bangi free mangi ñu. So this how we have to work, call ma rek ma okay ni nga ne okay bangi ñew. So this is very great engaging a discussion like I always said, okay. Leader is a very big change because a female coming talk about women's football in Gambia very good. Am nañ ko ñom ci lañu fofu ñom Vero ñom Ajara ñu bari ni fofu yépp they are in football and it's important for them also comme si dañu pour express suñ bopa ñu tam ñu ndaw lañ xam
ñu share ko ak nit ñi. People also know, okay, what can we improve on and what can we do. So like you get exposed internationally, and then also because you every time you will give me that advice. This is how you're gonna do it. This is how you're gonna do it. Because I think internationally, you have open of experience, and which I really appreciate. And so, Monica, Gambia is something we really appreciate to see now things are changing, not only at the football side, not only at the coaching side, but the administration side, the fan base side, the pundit side. Everything is because people are getting attracted in football now. People are getting attracted to know what is happening. And everything now, like you said, like we discussed today, is digitalized. Everybody, you get diglu, you get watan, you get share thoughts, you get halat, and so on. Why am I because mom dal, whatever I do, I always say thank you to him because I'm a supporter when it comes to everything. Dima prepare, dima support, suma ligay. Teso gisa tema neka hosins mom la. Yala mom because two recommendation of lanyo gis ma CV, gis the importance I have in Ghana women's football, and they said okay why not? Ma get interview, ma improve, ma impress, and then that's it.
And then here
And
we
guess
go.
what? I'm coming back to football, and guess what? I'm coming back to women's football, but like a very big one. I'm coming back to women's football. So yeah, but it will be a part-time stuff for me. So a big team, yeah, they might guess more interest more. Yeah, I ligay pack something in them, which I have to do much extra whether I can, engage with that contract and see. So that would be a very good one also because I said when I was leaving GFF with the women's football senior women's football coordinator job, I said it, I'm not leaving football, women's football, I'm coming back again. But Lee, sometimes they feel like okay, I got a masculine energy in such environment. Sometimes I have to test myself the level I can go, and then to make sure and I have to come back also to see how best I can move when it comes to the women's football. Women's football is always a passionate thing for me, and then men's football, so football in general. But I mean, the cap it off with this Boro people sport. Jarov Bantaba is doing a great job. Follow this account. They are doing great. They're doing analysis. They are not doing this because of their pay to do this, paying for doing this, but they're doing it because they have the passion for football. They are passionate African and Gambian football in particular. Because Jollof will go up to the length of contacting players, getting their information, promoting. Because millions of say new fini, I'm not going to protection program our. Who knows? Maybe they might send, or they might need her service through this platform. So it's important for people to know and then to discuss about. So I'm really proud, Jalof, because I didn't have a Twitter program to big up, my beef it up, because Twitter program, a healthy, tough discussion debate. You have to say, why after they make a family because we been and then we share thoughts. So I'm really happy, Chama. With the short notice, I'm happy to join because you footballer and everything we do is football. So
I appreciate it.
So did I get for the short invitation? But anyway, I appreciate it. Yeah, thank you so much for the viewers also who contributed and who shared their thoughts through this program. We really appreciate you. Thank you.
Yeah, well, suma waji muna ko raga the future is bright. Sa waji ta amna message bu grew mi ne Aliou Mbenga coach. Mune ko naka CAF needs to address the issue of loaning players to teams participate. Yeah, maybe this is another topic for another day.
Oh yeah. This will be a healthy discussion.
Yeah, definitely.
Laney. Sometimes you go big up and what he regards to women's football. He's doing a good job,
Yeah, definitely. His name is always there when it comes to women's football. So, mom kay, na continue affaire. Ki sa mo wax ni those days. Buba. Waaye ñu jeexal leen ceebe woon góor gi waaye nga coach góor ki bala woon dañ ko dee score rek. Loolu nga score naa ko ba sona so wala du suma waaji guys foo dama dugga si waat de waaye foog naa ne foo bi dañ ko bàyyi ba next week bon mun naa ko duggal mu nuyu mbokk yi rek des ko defee ñu foo network bi la for network, not network issue. But yeah, we will leave this one until next week, guys. Also, please don't forget to like and subscribe if you have not subscribed yet on the Jollof Football Bantaba YouTube channel. So yeah, we'll be back next week inshallah for another Gambia football show. But come say num ko head and am Friday space desi nak mi hala ad hoc dañ ko def one week na double next week new post. But dafa nek schedule mo hala tay rek, but every Friday expect them they am space on Twitter just discuss about Gambian football, brainstorm together about topics yoo xamante ne it concerns us as a country, especially in the football area. Yeah, so make sure you enjoy space both noonu, and football bantaba tam we will create content. We continue to create content on our socials or also on our YouTube channel. So please stay tuned and subscribe to the channel if you wanna know more about Gambian football. So Seni, thank you very much for being with me today. Thank you. Wow, mang la konka boy si dama la jël si boy si, but you have a better dem take care of guys. So take care, yeah.
Bye. So much.
All right, guys. Good day.